Welcome back everyone to the another video of the channel. So in this video I'm going to show you all the game in which the Vish, that is the Viswanathan Anand, five-time world champion, played against a billionaire from India, that is Nikhil Kamath. He is actually a billionaire. If I can show you here, like $3.1 billion is his net worth, so that is kind of great. So this game was played in a simul in which Vishwanathan Anand was playing some famous personalities in India. So E4 was played, not E4, knight F3 was played by Vishwanathan Anand, and here E4, E5 was played by Nikhil Kamath, which is kind of a off thing, as it just simply loses a pawn, and which Vishwanathan Anand, for obvious reasons, took. The knight is attacked, he moves back, and now knight c6 is played. He goes for d4, which signifies that he wants to take the control of the center, with the ideas of like going for e4 and then c4 to try and really control the center. And also he's a pawn up. So normal development move, knight f6 happens, push attacks the knight. He moves his knight to e5, and now knight c3 is played. Knight c3 is played here. So if he would have taken like Nikhil Kamath, if he would have taken here, now you can see here that the position of white is very good. He's a pawn up, and the development of white, black is kind of hard, and it's very easy for white to develop. So takes is not a good move. So he develops his bishop. E4 is played, taking the control of the center, also protecting and giving some protection to the d5 pawn. Castles bishop e2, and now he attacks the pawn on d5. Castles takes place, and now takes, and now if you would have taken with the knight, takes and then takes, so plans would be to play c4 or something to try and protect everything, but yeah, but Vishy chose to took with the take with the d4 pawn. So e takes d5, and now a6 is played to try and stop the ideas of knight b6, or bishop b6, knight b6 ideas to try and attack the pawn on d6. Rook even, simple development move, and now b5 is played. So here you can see the plan of black, that is to like try to push and not right now but someday try to push and attack the queen, attack the not the queen but the knight, and get a good position. So a3 is played to stop the attack, and then e6 is played. Knight e6, knight d4. So the idea is to like go and hop the knight on maneuver the knight on c6 and all those territories to try and get the knight like deep far like into the enemy territory. Bishop d7 is placed, like stopping this. Bishop f5, f4, rook c1, rook c8, and then bishop f3. So here, knight, what am I saying? Queen b6 is played. So here you can see he is trying to put some pressure on the knight on d4, and also like this square is kind of like giving more protection and simply developing his queen. Takes happen, takes, and now Vishwanathan Anand goes for knight c6. So here, if he would have taken, then takes, and now you can see the knight pawn on c6 is kind of good for white and not so good for black, as the pawn is far deep into the enemy territory and controlling so many important squares. Also well protected by the bishop. So the takes does not happen, and Nikhil Kamath plays for bishop c5, targeting the pawn on f2. Like any normal move, then this, and then the rook is completely lost. So seeing that, Vishwanathan Anand goes for queen e2, protecting the pawn on f2, and then rook e8 is played. Takes happens, and here if you can find the brilliant sacrifice, make sure to do it. Pause the video and find it. Let's see if you can. So the brilliant move here is rook takes on e5. So the motive here is that after takes you can take, and then all these ideas of takes and like rook e8 ideas. So that does happen. He takes, and then Vishy takes. These happens, and now there are two moves with the king, that is king f1 and king h1. Most of you and like me would, the first instinct of us would be to play king h1, as it looks more safe, but it does lose the game, as there is a brilliant move, not a brilliant move but a great move here, that is rook e8 targeting the queen. So now if I move, like there is only one square to protect the queen, that is queen f4, and now that is just like a free piece. But the thing is that king f1, once you play for rook e8 now, back to the safe square, and now the not the pawn, but the piece is now defended actually by the king. So that is why king f1 was the move here. That is what Vishy plays, as he is a 5-time world champion. He does see that, and takes happens, and takes with the queen. He could have taken with the rook. I mean, this and all those like b4 ideas are looking so good. So that is why he took with this b4, played again, and then takes, and then takes with the queen. Now you can see here the b2 pawn is attacked, and to protect it there are two moves, that is rook b1 and rook a2. Vishy chooses rook a2 to protect the pawn, and then here bishop b5 is played. So here the first instinct could be to take, but take just loses the game, as rook c4, not rook, the queen c4 check targeting the king, also attacking the knight rook there. So that would be just completely winning for white. So he moves back so that there are no checks, and goes back with the queen on d6, moves with the rook, with the king, like eliminating the pin, and he takes. Nikhil Kamath takes on c2. Oh, what is that? Yeah, there goes back, and then queen e3 is played. Okay, now if you see that after takes, many would of you would have seen this, like seen this thing. The move here is that let me turn off the evaluation bar. Now you can see here rook e8 check, and once you go for king h8, and then rook queen e4 check. Now you can see here, you might be thinking that wow, it is completely winning for white now. Vishwanathan Anand is completely winning against a billionaire. It is completely winning, but it is not, because once he protects the pawn with the pawn and playing g6, if it takes the rook, then that is like ggs there, and then he gets the queen back, queen, and if it takes the knight, which is what Vishy played, as there was only two options to take the knight or the rook. We saw why rook takes was losing, so takes the knight. This check happens. King f1 just loses to mate in 1, so that does not happen obviously, and king h1 is the only move there, and then rook let me turn here, rook h1, rook a1, and rook c1. Wow, what am I doing? Yeah, rook c1 check, and the only way to, like, there are two ways to do this, and that is completely like real bad, and to protect with the knight. So Vishy does protect with the knight, and then Nikhil Kamath takes on d5, attacking the rook there, attacking this, and then yeah, everything was like completely collapsing for Vishwanathan Anand. He's like 400 rated, and you can see that he had only 13 seconds, and Vishy had like 9 minutes and 16 seconds. So he could have even tried to flag him, and he would be most likely be successful. But he's a well-respected player, and he said that it is not good that he will try to flag. So here, Vishwanathan Anand resigns and loses the game. But it was found out that Nikhil Kamath was cheating. He did not actually use fair means to beat Vishwanathan Anand. Of course, we all know that. So yeah, Nikhil Kamath was found out for cheating, called out for it, and he publicly apologized for it, and yeah, it everything came to a great end. But yeah, still, it is a very shameful behavior by him to try and cheat against such a well-respected player. So I think that ends the video for today. I hope all you guys liked it. Thank you so much for watching the video till the end, and I hope all you guys will have a wonderful day, night, or evening wherever you are in this big wide world right now. So I also stream daily on Twitch, so make sure to join if you want to. I will provide the link in the description, and also I have a Discord channel, Discord server, so I will link it too. Make sure to join it, and if you want to see more videos, please subscribe, like, and all those things. Make sure to let me know in comments too. Thank you once again for joining in, and bye.